name is Preeti Veronica Wilson, and today I am going to tell you about Saint Ambrose. Saint Ambrose was the bishop of an Italian city in Milan. He was an outstanding leader, preacher, and author in the western part of Christian church during the 4th century. He was born in the city of Trier, which is now in Germany. Ambrose was the son of one of the highest ranking administrative officials of Roman Empire. Saint Ambrose had two siblings, Marcellina and Satyrus, who were also venerated as saints. He was one of the most illustrious fathers and doctors of the church, and fitly chosen together with Saint Augustine, Saint John, and Saint Athanasius to uphold the venerable chair of the Prince of Apostles in the tribune of Saint Peter's at Rome. As an infant, once a swarm of bees settled on his face while he was laying in his cradle, leaving behind a drop of honey. His father considered this sign as his future eloquence and honeyed tongue. For this reason, bees and beehives often appear in the same symbology. After the early death of his father, the family returned to Rome, where Ambrose received his education in literature and law, which was appropriate for a high-ranking Roman. In his late 20s, he was employed in legal work at the imperial court, and at about 30, he was named governor of two provinces of northern Italy, and he resided at Milan. In the late 4th century, there was a conflict in the Diocese of Milan between the Nicene and Arians. In the year 374, the Bishop of Milan, Auxentius, who was an Arian, died, and the Arians challenged the succession. Ambrose went to church where election was to take place to prevent an uproar in such crisis. His address was immediately interrupted by a call, "Ambrose Bishop." Ambrose was Nicene Christian, but was also acceptable to Arians due to the charity shown in theological matter. At first, he energetically refused the offer as he was not prepared for it. He fled to his colleague's home, seeking to hide. There, he received a letter from Emperor Gratian praising the appropriateness of Rome for appointing individuals who are worthy of holy positions. Within a week, he was baptized, ordained, and duly consecrated Bishop of Milan. As a bishop, he immediately distributed all his money to the poor, donating all of his land, making only provision for his sister Marcellina. This raised his popularity even further, giving him considerable political leverage over even the emperor. Saint Ambrose was also credited with composing the hymns which is said to have composed when he baptized Saint Augustine of Hippo. He developed Ambrosian chant, also known as antiphonal chant, a method of chanting where one side of the choir alternatively responds to the other. However, Ambrosian chant was named in his honor due to his He developed Ambrosian chant, also known as antiphonal chant, a method of chanting where one side of choir alternatively responds to the other. However, Ambrosian chant was named in his honor due to his contribution in the music of church. He is credited with introducing hymnology from the Eastern Church into the West. Ambrose's career as a bishop had three important aspects. First, the quality of his thought as a Christian intellectual. Second, his role in final phase of Arian controversy. And third, his impact upon the relation between church and empire. The Western Church of 4th century was lacking highly intellectual people, especially compared to Eastern figures as Athanasius and Gregory of Nyssa. Bishop Ambrose, along with Augustine, integrated the Christian faith with a new view acceptable to the sophisticated Latin minds of his age. Augustine was the young man who was influenced by hearing sermons of Ambrose and got baptized by him on Easter. Bishop Ambrose succeeded in communicating elevated conception of God and of the church pursuit of virtue. In particular, he effectively employed the interpretation of the Old Testament. Saint Ambrose's most important writings are, first, the commentary on the Gospel of Luke, which was the product of revising and combining the notes taken by enthusiastic listener to his sermon preached on scriptural text. And second, his work on the duties of the clergy, which was one of the first comprehensive treatments of Christian ethics. In the year 381, his commanding leadership and vigilant political maneuvering assured the victory of the Orthodox party, and non-Orthodox bishops were removed. In the series of dramatic incidents in the year 385 to 386, Saint Ambrose successfully stood to his point and refused to turn over the Church of Milan for the use by non-Orthodox party. One of the most powerful supporters was Emperor's mother. Ambrose believed that the emperor, as a Christian, must execute his responsibilities as king in accord with the requirement of Christian faith. The bishop blocked a powerful movement in the year 384, threatening to excommunicate the emperor, who erected the old pagan altar and statue of the goddess Victory in the Senate House of Rome. In the year 390, the Emperor Theodosius ordered his soldiers massacre several thousand inhabitants over a bloody riot in the city of Thessalonica. Ambrose brought the ruler to do public penance for his act of vengeance, again under threat of excommunication. The great Bishop of Milan is therefore an important figure in the history of the relation between church and state in the Western world. Ambrose served as a Bishop of Milan for 23 years until his death in the year 397. Thank you.